Hey everybody, and welcome to From Porch Comedy. I'm your host, Scott Castellanos, reminding you to keep creating, keep posting, and keep doing all that wonderful stuff. Use the hashtag Can't Stop Comedy if you can remember. If not, use whatever you'd like as long as you're sharing and creating. That's all that really matters. This is my little outlet for me to keep creating, for me to keep sharing, and for me to just keep working on some material. So as I was getting ready for today's show, I realized that this is episode number 26. So if this was TV, I'd already have gone through one full season. So with that being said, I might do things a little bit different in season 2 because that's how we tweak things, right? Guess we'll find out how that may happen or what I'm gonna do as we get through this second set of episodes here. So bear with me as we get through this. Hopefully we'll get better and hopefully it'll be a lot more fun. Hey everybody, this is the shout out portion of the show. This is where I give a shout out to a local business and a local comedian, just reminding you, hey, go hit them up if you can. Make sure you get out there, and if they're providing services like a lot of the restaurants that I mentioned, a lot of them are still doing curbside pickup and delivery, hit them up. And for these comedians, if they're not, we know that they're not having any shows right now, but when you get out there, when we're allowed back out in public, if you see their name on a show, go see them. I'm giving you a recommendation because they're good. Plus, a lot of them are still putting out content on social media, YouTube, podcasts, things just like that. So make sure you look for them and check them out. My first shout out is going to go to Twins Gyro. That's over on Harlem and Lawrence. Great gyros. Best cheese fries around. I love their cheese fries. Tons of good things. Great for hot dogs, great for burgers. And you know what? They have some really good chicken tenders and their soups. They knock it out, guys. Not gonna lie. It's a family favorite. My kids go there for every time they want gyros. That's the spot we hit. And my oldest demands we go there on his birthday too. So thanks, Twins. Hit him up, Twins Gyro. Now my shout out for the comedian is going to go to KB Marion. She is a great comedian. Love KB Marion. She actually does a podcast called the Happy Corner Podcast, which her and Amy Blaze record out of Josephine's Martini Bar, which is where Jokes at Joe's is every Thursday night once we have these mics up and running again. Jokes at Joe's is where I first saw KB perform, and I've seen her a bunch of times since then. She's one of those comedians that every time I see that she's on the bill or she's going to be on the lineup, I look forward to seeing her. I swear every time I've seen her, she's crushed the room. I'm talking open mics and showcases. I don't think I've ever seen her have a bad outing. She's just hilarious. She does crowd work. She works very organically. It's just very natural the way everything comes out. I'm finding that those comedians are the ones that I'm enjoying more and more, and I think that that's stuff I want to work on just a little bit more when we get back out there and start performing again. So check her out, KB Marion. Right now, she has a podcast crossover with the Lobo Den, which you've heard me talk about on here. So look for that, guys, on social media. Hey guys, here's the joke portion of our show. I got some material that I've tried out a few times over the years in different ways, hoping I can find a way to make it work. So bear with me. Let's see if this is a hit or not. All right, guys. Without further ado, here's your comedian tonight, Scott Castellanos. Let's keep the energy up in the room. Hey everybody, I'm Scott Castellanos. How you guys doing tonight? Yeah, we're all still stuck out here in quarantine. Not gonna lie, my personal hygiene, it's going to hell. I'm still showering, still brushing, so don't be too worried. I'm not gone too far, but I'm really starting to miss those maintenance items that I used to do. Those extras, the upkeep that they had to keep all this together. It wasn't just a simple shower, shave, do all that. I was getting all kinds of things done, and as the older I got, the more crazy things I'd have to get done. Now I have things that are just part of my regiment, like trimming eyebrows, trimming nose hairs, plucking strays. I don't know if you guys are familiar with plucking strays, huh? That's for those rogue hairs. Yeah. I got a little forest growing out of my ears all of a sudden as I get older, so I've had to resort to getting those bad boys waxed. Yes, people, earwax means something different for me now than it did when I was younger. I'm missing it. I can't keep up with any of these things. You know, as I've been getting older too, you know, when they, for you guys out there, you know, when they shave the back of your neck when you get that haircut, you know, I've noticed that the back of the neck, the back hair and the neck hair are starting to get closer and closer and closer and closer and closer as I get older. Where it's all starting to blur. And I swear they're going lower and lower and lower, pulling that collar out further and further each time. Getting mighty close to a Me Too moment. Not kidding around. God, I'd kill to be touched like that again, huh? Whew. I guess what I'm saying is I think hairstylists need to be essential workers. At least for that. All right, guys. So since I've been on quarantine, I've been listening to a lot more podcasts. I don't know about you guys. Have you ever gone the old podcast rabbit hole? It's kind of like YouTube when you start clicking on one thing and another, and then the next thing you know, you're listening to a podcast, about an S&M podcast for furries who enjoy pegging. Huh? You know what I'm talking about? You know, and then you find out that you're on the cloud, and apparently you share your podcast downloads with your wife. Oops. Yeah. Then you realize she's into some freaky stuff too, huh? Yeah, kind of like that old Pina Colada song, you know what I'm saying? Getting caught in the rain, bump, bump, bump. Yeah, anyways. Not quite the same message, but similar. It's the new version of the Pina Colada song, right? Anyways, long story short. So I was listening to the Savage Love podcast. This is with Dan Savage, if you're not familiar. He's actually from Chicago. But it's a sex advice podcast, and people call in, he answers their questions, yada, yada, yada. So in this one call in particular, this woman calls in, not quite sure what she should do. Should she stay with this guy? Should she leave the guy? Turns out the problem is the guy's homeless. Okay, what's the pro here? The pro apparently is he makes her come every time. Ladies, is it that hard to get a good lay that we're dating hobos now? I thought women were way more practical than this. I got a solution for you. 3 words. Hitachi magic wand. At least so I hear. At least so I hear. Don't ask me how I found that out. Anyways, but I guess I should have known I was going to be awkward when it came to sex. I got my sex ed from Catholic school. Went to Catholic school, but actually went to a little bit of it was kind of a progressive Catholic school. I feel bad for some of the people that went to more of the conservative, traditional Catholic schools. We got to learn things that were, a little ahead of our time, I would say. For back in the day, we learned how to put a condom on. They used the old banana to put the condom on as the prop. I don't know how I really sat with it. That made me feel weird and uncomfortable. I'm not gonna lie. It probably didn't help that Father Tom used his mouth to put the condom on. So I'm not gonna lie. That really messed me up, guys. That one really messed me up. I mean, because for years I thought that that's how you had to do it, and I'm not gonna lie, that delayed my sexual development. It really did. It took me a lot longer to lose my virginity than I thought I would. I just wasn't that flexible. But I got older, wiser, enrolled in a yoga class. You know what I'm saying, But, the one thing they couldn't do, they couldn't teach us how to be good at sex. They could teach you the mechanics, but they can't teach you how to be good. So, for that, what you need is experience. You need trial and error. You need to have a partner that's willing to let you experiment. You guys can experiment together. Your long-term partners are great for that because you can be open and honest with each other. I mean, look at me. I've been with my wife for over 20 years, and we just not too long ago just discovered the Hitachi magic wand, huh? And look at us now. We don't even need to be in the same room to be happy anymore. That's my time, everybody. I hope you enjoyed it. We had a lot of issues with the wind, so I'm sorry if it was a little crazy. I had to stop and start a bunch of times. Appreciate you for hanging in there. Hey, remember to like, follow, share, subscribe, do all those wonderful things. Use the hashtag Can'tStopComedy. Thanks for watching, everybody. I really enjoy it. Check out our shout outs and all that fun stuff. Have a wonderful night. Until tomorrow, guys.